In a quiet corner of the earth, where the sand whispers and sky blushes at sunrise, a hidden story unfolds. Among grains of sand and understones, the smallest of Allah creatures begin its daily work. This is not a fantasy. This is not a fable. This is Qur'an, Surah An-Naml. In the book of Allah, an ant speaks and a king listens. Prophet Sulaiman *salam was gifted in ways the world had never seen. He inherited not only a throne, but knowledge, wisdom, and heart full of gratitude. He could understand the language of animals. He could speak to birds and jinn. All of this he saw a favor from Allah. And so he said to his people, with gratitude in his voice, "O people, we have been taught the language of birds and have been given from all things. Indeed, this is a clear favor." Not once did he claim credit, not once did he forget the giver. Imagine the sound, thousands of feet marching in harmony. Birds flew overhead, humans moved in perfect rhythm, and jinn carried out their tasks. But as they approached a narrow valley, something miraculous happened. Not from the sky, not from a throne, but from beneath their feet. An ant noticed a tremor. She quickly alerted the others with urgency and care, and she called out the group, "O ants, enter your shelters so that you are not crushed by Sulaiman and his armies while they perceive not." She didn't panic. She didn't blame. She warned with wisdom and urgency. She didn't save herself and leave the rest. She looked after her community. She led, and she assumed good, while they perceived not, meaning she believed they wouldn't harm them on purpose. She gave them the benefit of doubt, even though her group was in danger. That's the beauty of assuming the best in others, even when it's easier to be suspicious. She taught us that, even in danger, we should assume the best about others' intentions. This was leadership. This was ihsan. And then, the king of that mighty army heard her. He paused, he smiled. But he didn't smile out of pride. He didn't laugh at her. He smiled with amazement at the mercy of Allah and the wisdom of the smallest creature. And in that moment of reflection, he whispered humbly, "My Lord, enable me to be grateful for your favor, which you have granted to me and to my parents." He responded not with command, but with dua. He didn't ask for more power. He didn't ask for more control. He asked to remain grateful, to use what he had righteously, and to raise himself and others through good deeds. The night settles over the valley. The ants are safe. The army stands still, and the words of one small creature echo longer than any trumpet of war. A single moment becomes a lifetime of meaning. And just when we think we have learned all there is from this tiny creature, science brings more to light. What the Quran hinted at centuries ago, modern discovery now confirms. Ants create ventilated shelters. They form, they herd, they store, they bury their dead. They rescue injured friends. They aren't just insects, they are societies. And yet they make no noise about it. Scholars across centuries reflected deeply on this moment. Some described it as a miracle of speech and perception. Others saw it in ants' words, a profound lesson in ethics and community. And many highlighted how Sulaiman *salam response, rooted in gratitude, was more powerful than any show of might. What a moment! A moment where humility met wisdom. What a teacher, without words. What a king, who listened to a creature beneath his feet. As the moment passes, and calm returns to the valley. We find ourselves back in the silence where it all began. And so Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam made this dua, a supplication now preserved in the Quran. My Lord, enable me to be grateful for your favor which you have granted to me and to my parents, and to do righteousness of which you approve. May Allah make us grateful like Sulaiman alayhi salam, humble like the ant, and aware of the silent signs walking beside our feet. If you found meaning in this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more reflections from the Quran. Even the smallest of creatures can carry the greatest of lessons.